Hello, and I'm Austin Reed, and thank you for listening to my presentation about one of the things that I care deeply about and a thing that I love deeply, which is soccer. So I have three reasons as to why I really enjoy the sport and the activity of soccer, but also as to why I enjoy the camaraderie and the feeling of connection with soccer. So the first reason is I've been playing it basically my entire life. So I began playing soccer when I was about 4 or 5 years old in a church league at my local church. And I played it all the way up until probably about 16 to 17 years old. And the reason I stopped was so I could focus more on school and other activities, such as working and things of that nature. Even though I quit, it still holds a very special place in my heart, since it was the first sport I ever played and the longest sport I ever played, and it is the most special sport to me for the two other reasons. So the second reason is because it was how I met basically most of my closest friends and the people who I'm still in contact with today. As I said, it was a church league when we started, and a lot of the surrounding families around the church, the families that went to the church, they all decided to sign their kids up, and a lot of the kids were my age, some younger, some older. And since we all played on the same team, it was kind of a way to build that brotherhood, that connection that I still share with those people to this day. And a lot of them I went to high school with, and I'm now in college with them. So they're all very important to me, and soccer gave that to me. And so the final and third reason as to why I love soccer so much, it kind of goes in tandem with number two. It allows me to build connections with people, with others, and not just by playing soccer. As I stated before, soccer kind of builds a sort of camaraderie between people, and not just your teammates, but also the people that you're playing against. You get that competitiveness with them, and it kind of builds your character as well as building relationships with people. And through playing, I was able to build those relationships, and that is very important to me in my life, is having those relationships with others. It also allowed me to connect more with my family, with them obviously watching me play when I was a kid, and them being there through the wins, the losses, and the draws. But also, it allowed me to build relationships with them off the pitch, as they call it, watching soccer. So watching leagues such as MLS, which is the American soccer, and watching things such as Premier League, which is like European soccer, and watching those with my family and my friends kind of builds a connection and builds a sort of, hey, we're all interested in this one thing, and it brings us together. So thank you for listening and watching to my presentation about soccer. Soccer is one of the most important things to me, not just as a sport, but also as a way of finding others and being around others that build me up, and I hope to build them up as well. So thank you.